Okay, hi everybody. It's Walter from Octopus SEO. In the first of the over-the-shoulder uh, DIY local SEO series, and the reason I'm putting this together really is it's not a promotional video of any sort. Really, the purpose of this series and what I want to achieve with it really is to help maybe your you've got a website or you're a local business and you're trying to improve your rankings in Google, and maybe at the stage where either you don't have a budget really to employ a professional SEO agency, or B, you're proactive and you want to do obviously all that you can as a business to help your local niche business rank uh, uh, ultimately on the front page of Google. It requires really no SEO knowledge whatsoever. We're not going to dive into anything technical or anything way above your head. Uh, Everything that I'm going to show you in this series can be achieved without, as I said, any SEO knowledge, and you don't have to obviously tweak about with your website. You don't have to do anything technical whatsoever. So that's the whole point. It's a series of action steps you can take yourself that can, if employed effectively, greatly improve your rankings in Google. And some of the stuff I'm about to show you in this series could actually negate the need to employ an SEO specialist. So it's very impromptu, it's very over the shoulder, this is not rehearsed. I just really wanted it to be just a raw, uncut version of obviously what you can do yourself to improve your rankings. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. First in the series, I thought I'd cover citations. And why citations? Well, when I'm employed to perform, let's say, an SEO strategy with a local company, citations is one of the first things I would look at. And firstly, you may ask, well, what is a citation? So let's cover that first. A citation, really, we could class them as a list of maybe sources and directories where your local business would be listed online. A lot of the popular ones, obviously. Actually, we'll bring this up because this is a handy little list for you. Let's just bring this up. There we go. Let's bring up a list. So for ease of example. So citation sites, most people would think of things like Yale.com, Yelp. These are obviously the big national ones, Thomas Local, etc., Brown Book, etc., Find Local. These are sites where you can list your local business. For the majority of the time, with a lot of them, you can list free. And once you have that listing, then you have something very, very valuable. But I'll get on to that shortly. So that's what a citation is. Let me get back to why are they important? Well, as far as citation goes, on a local level with SEO, they build trust and authority with Google. So Google looks at the citation sites, and they see obviously you're listed locally in quite a few of them, and that gives your business relevance. It gives it trust. It tells Google that, for example, I'm going to use in this series the example of a plumber. It tells Google that you're a plumber. You're in, let's say, a city called Milton Keynes, and everything ties in with that. So all the local citation sites, or a lot of them, you're listed in, a lot of the national ones you're listed in, and even some of the international ones. I'm going to cover the strategy, a blueprint to make this citations rollout really effective for obviously improving your rankings. So they build authority with Google, and Google actually uses them in its algorithm to rank local businesses. So although this may be a very simplistic strategy, please do not underestimate the power of this strategy. And as I said, if I was to maybe audit a local company initially for what I believe they should, how I can improve their SEO immediately, one of the first steps I would look to would be citations. Now, the interesting thing is, you can actually get these citations actually ranked. So these can start showing up on maybe pages 1 and 2 of a broad search term or a keyword, let's say plumber in Milton Keynes. If you do it the right way, then the actual citations can be actually ranked themselves. And also, what it does is improves your reputation management. So I'll show you an example of this actually. So if anybody was to, let's say, type in your business name, I'll do mine for example. Bear with me. Octopus SEO. And now obviously you can see my website, a lot of my social sites, Facebook, Twitter, etc, etc. But lo and behold, there we go. This is a citation listing. Obviously I'm developing Octopus SEO at the moment in the Philippines, so lo and behold, there we have a listing from philippines.companies.com, and if we click on that, obviously that shows my company listed, a little bit of a review, and let's go back again, and we've got another one there. And there we go, Octopus SEO, and that's the YouTube, and then obviously another one there. So what happens is, as far as reputation management is concerned, your actual image online, if someone was to type in your company, let's say it's, for example, Waterworks Plumbing, on the first page of Google, not only would they see your website, your socials, and I'll cover socials in another video, how to get them ranked, but also they're going to see these business listings. Now that's very, very important, I would say, for reputation management. It's great for someone just to Google your business name, and then on the first page you've literally dominated the whole page. So that's another key advantage, and this is why citations are really, really worth employing. So okay, where were we? Right, okay. So we may say to ourselves, well, what are the best citations to get? And without a shadow of a doubt, the 3 that I've listed here as authority links can be the most powerful citations you can do on a local level. Why? Well, let's look at things from Google's point of view. When you are listed as a business, one of the main problems obviously is spam. And companies, spam out links. They spam out links to all sorts. What these big boys would do is signal to Google that, hey, Waterworks Plumbing, for example, has a listing on the Chamber of Commerce, and obviously a link from the Chamber of Commerce, and this business must be reputable, must be above board, and a trusted source of whatever service that you're offering. Obviously, they don't come free, but I've actually seen, with nothing else, businesses that have actually registered or taken membership with, Chamber of Commerce or the Better Business Bureau, and in a very, very short amount of time, almost jumped up the rankings to, if they wasn't on page 1, to page 1, and if they were on page 1, even obviously to the top. I would imagine, depending on what country you're in, they don't come cheap. However, it really doesn't get much better than these authority links. And obviously, what else we have is industry associations. So let's say, for example, you're a plumber in the UK plumbing. Choose my spelling. UK plumbing associations. UK plumbing associations. So obviously, there we go. For example, Association of Plumbing and Heating Contractors. So for, let's say, Waterworks Plumbing to join these associations, something like this, obviously is a very powerful signal to Google that the business is reputable and a trusted supplier, and that in turn will have a significant influence on the rankings of your website. So firstly, this is 3 authority links that I would very seriously consider taking advantage of. Maybe the budget's not in hand at the moment for things like the Chamber of Commerce or the Better Business Bureau, but I bet you bottom dollar that you can look to your niche relative associations, be it roofing or whatever, plumbing, medical or whatever, and get yourself listed on some of these. Now, you may say, well, okay, that's fine, and Google's going to recognise that, but what's the power behind this? Well, obviously, I don't want to go into links in great detail on this particular video. I'm going to cover it obviously in later parts of the series. But why are relevant links so important? So let's take, for example, someone puts in the search term in Google for plumber, and obviously what happens is authority sites come up in that listing. Now, these authority sites are obviously relevant to plumbing, and if you were linked to, say, this is your site, and you are linked to, say, that plumbing association, which carries a lot of weight with Google, this could be another plumbing association or a big supplier or something. It's relevant. It's all about relevance. So when the search term goes in for plumber, Google's bot, and it is it's a robot, it's a computer, it spiders the internet, and it looks for all relevant sites, obviously to do with plumbing. So in a reverse way, if the search term was Milton Keynes plumber, then Google crawls the web for all the links, and obviously if your site has very powerful links to some very respected authority sites in the plumbing niche, and it gives you relevance, yes, your plumbing site is about plumbing and in that particular area, and that must be relevant to the rankings. But as I said, I don't really want to cover in detail in this video links, but we will cover them down the road in a specific video. So, but that's the importance. That's the importance of getting links from firstly these big boys and really industry associations. So this is going to be the action plan for this particular series. Firstly, we're going to start off with local citations, then we're going to move to national citations, and finally we're going to move to international citations. So this covers the first part, and I'll see you in part 2 of obviously this particular part of the series.